Hi all, and welcome to day one of Introduction to Graphic Design. First and foremost, thank you for all of you who have joined in the class and have already gone in and introduced yourself and done our short little activity. I'm not gonna lie, they are absolutely cracking me up of all the pictures that you're drawing. And I just think it's fantastic that you guys got into it. So I appreciate that. Make sure, don't forget, if you look down here, okay, here's our course schedule. If you want to contact me, that's very easy. And then here's your first assignment. Don't forget, make sure that you go in and that you do replies. So you can see already some people have started to reply to others. Go in, say hi. The pictures that you guys are doing are great. It's just a nice way to go in and see kind of how different people think. And it kind of gives me a little bit of insight as well into your personality. So how our course is laid out, you have all of your different items up here. So I can go ahead and click on Intro to Graphic Design, right? All of your course materials will, of course, be on this main section. And I've tried to lay everything out in a nice, neat format for you. This is pretty self-explanatory on the course introduction page. If you have any questions on anything, let me know. If this is your first Moodle class, please make sure you look at all of the items on this page, such as the student orientation, things like that, because that's really going to help you go through the course. On the right-hand side of the page, something that's new with some of the Moodle courses, and I've actually really liked it in the Moodle courses that I've taken, is your completion process. So these are all of your assignments that you actually need to go in and complete. I have everything posted for your first unit. Your first unit is Adobe Photoshop, right? And remember, this course is a 2-credit course and it goes through August 11th. So I don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed at the amount of information that's on here. I've gone in and it's summertime, people have vacations, people, including myself, which I'll talk to you guys about that in July when we get to that point. And then people have vacations, surgery scheduled, what have you. This is a proposed timeline of where you should be at each week. Okay, so if you want to make sure that you're on track, that's kind of where you need to be. Now, with any course, we're always going to start easier and then things are going to get a little bit harder. So your week 1, which my weeks, unlike some people like to do their weeks a little bit different. I like to do a week Sunday through Sunday. So the week of June 3rd, this is your lessons that are due. So you have lesson 1, A, B, and C. So you have your lessons here, and then you have your assignments that are notched underneath of it. Okay, so you can see those. These are pretty easy and simple, no matter what level you're at for using Photoshop. Okay, so that means if you want to, you can go ahead and you can jump right into lesson 2, or you can make sure to just start lesson 2 on this week. Now, let's say, for instance, if you get behind or you're a procrastinator, things like that. I know that we all work completely different. Let's say maybe you don't get lesson 2 done until, like a week behind. You may end up getting a 0 for this lesson, but once you get those items turned in, then I'll go in and correct your grade. That's kind of how I like to run this too when I'm teaching students, because we all work at different rates. Sometimes, you might pick up something really fast. Sometimes you might need a little bit of a review. So I'm not going to count that against you guys. And if you have anything going on, please be sure to be transparent as to what's going on. Right. Eventually, your tabs for Illustrator will be open, and then your instructional lesson. So that the instructional lesson, I'll have another announcement later in the month to kind of let you guys know what's going on. But you're going to have an opportunity to build a lesson for your students, or if you're someone outside of education, for a project for yourself, kind of like an independent study of something that you want to learn and present. Okay, it won't be anything crazy. So yeah, this is how everything works. Make sure, if you're not familiar with Photoshop, make sure you go through this Photoshop basics lesson as well, because this is really going to help you kind of get started with everything. If you ever have any questions, feel free to email me. I do check my email every single morning when I wake up. I am officially on summer break as well, so sometimes that'll be 6 a.m. and sometimes that might be 9 a.m. So my schedule does fluctuate a little bit. And I'm happy to make additional instructional videos or point you in the correct direction. For your lessons will contain instructional materials such as text. Some will also contain videos. So like your lesson for RGB to CMYK, Okay, you can see for this one is just a simple instructional video. So that way, if you need to go back, you need to pause things, you can go ahead and you can do that as well. All right, I look forward to spending the summer with you all and learning more about you. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you all soon.